You're listening to the Online Entrepreneur Experience with Jarrett Jenny and John Olson, aka Cheer.
How you doing today, man? You didn't even tell me what we're talking about today.
I didn't want to. I wanted it to come naturally, but I think I got a good one. So I think what I wanted to talk about today is like everyone, if you ask, I feel like there's always a 50-50 split in people. Like you're like, do you believe in yourself? And people are either like, no, or they're like, hell yeah, I do. And I think the one I want to focus on is the hell yeah, I do, because within that 50%, I think there's 50% of them that it's like, but do you really though? And I bring that to you because everyone thinks they do, but that's the problem. They think they do, but they never take that next step. You know, It's like, do you believe in yourself? Are you going to be sustainable? Do you think this is something you could do? And everyone's like, oh yeah, I could see myself doing that. And then they do the same thing that they've been doing, you know, for the rest of their life until they retire. And it's like, well, I thought you could do that. And then you didn't do it.
Yeah. I'll spin off of that. It's, how can I put it? Most people think that they believe in themselves and right up to the point until they quit. So when they quit, that's the point where you're obviously not believing in yourself. That's the biggest problem in the world, is they quit doing something that they are actually passionate about, because it doesn't make them any money. Well, making money is just a benefit of doing what you're actually, enjoying. You can make money doing absolutely anything. Look at TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
That is a prime example of just, you shoot a stupid video or a good video and you're going to make money.
And I feel cheated because I can't put on a bikini and shake my booty and make, like I wouldn't get any views, but some people do. I'm not going to say women, but
yeah. I put out a video on TikTok and it was just me laughing at another video.
Yeah.
And I had 1,000 views on that thing. So it's like, what if I don't follow TikTok. I don't do any of that. Obviously, we're high ticket affiliate marketers and we're going to, I don't know. I don't want to get into the, whatever their word is, but, since we didn't script this thing, man, it's kind of fun because I'm actually like, tripping up for words, and that's very, very hard to do for myself. So
right. And just from what you just said, there's two offshoots of that came to my mind instantly. And one of them, you said, you don't believe in yourself the moment you quit. And one's a personal example. Like for me with my YouTube channel, it took me 3 years to make any money on YouTube. So just think about that for a minute. Not even the money part of it, but I had 3 years where I could have been like, F this, I'm done with this, and then I never would have made money. But I kept going for 3 years. One, because it is something I really am truly passionate about. I love doing it, but I'm not going to lie and say that I never didn't get frustrated, like, God, why isn't this popping off? Why isn't this? There were times where I wanted to quit, but if you do quit, you'll never know.
Oh, exactly. And that's consistency.
Yeah.
You have to keep the path. Like, I think I did a video the other day about like staying the course.
Yeah.
Well, if you keep going down that path, you are always going to hit your destination. And it is inevitable that you won't. I'm not saying there isn't different avenues you're going to take.
Right.
If you like taking a road trip, your GPS gives you the fastest route.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what your subconscious mind does.
Yeah.
But if you don't listen to it, you're kind of...
Yeah. You got to, people say it all the time. They're like, follow your heart, follow your conscience. That little voice inside you is what God gave you to guide you. And that's why when you do something wrong, you're like, oh, I don't feel good about that. Well, yeah, it's because your body, your conscious, your whatever you want to call it, it's telling you, yeah, that's not what you were supposed to do. And the other example I had was, I don't know if a lot of the people following this are going to know this guy, but huge YouTuber. His name's Mr. Regular on YouTube, and he just does hilarious comedic car reviews. They're pretty raunchy, but they're great. And I watched an interview on him, and he explained like why he never showed his face in any video and all this stuff. And he's like, well, at the excuse me, at the time I was working this corporate job that I absolutely hated. And then I moved to get a promotion, and then the job went away. So I didn't have a job. And I was just like, and he said, the thing that hit me was his friend that was interviewing him said, well, how'd you get into this then? And he goes, well, I hid my face so I wouldn't ruin my professionalism with the jokes and stuff. But he said, one of my friends sat me down and he's like, what do you really want to do? And he's like, if you could do anything in the world, what would you do? And he said, I'd make those dumb car videos that I made. And he was like, so do that. And he was like, well, dude, I don't have any followers. He's like, don't worry about the money. Just do that if that's what you want to do, and the money will come. And now he's got like 1 million subscribers, and it's his full-time job.
Oh, absolutely. And that's Bob Proctor too. I'll spin it off because Bob Proctor's my main man. He's, other than Mark Wilson and Kellen Chafee, Bob Proctor's taught me. He's like a freaking father of mine.
Yeah, he's a smart dude.
And he said, do what you love and the money will come. It doesn't have to come from doing what you love, but the money will show up. Yeah. It always does. It's law of the universe. Yeah. And when you start actually studying that, man, it's crazy. Well, like life just flips. Like you just recently quit your job, didn't you?
Yeah. And that's what I was talking about with when you're talking about believing in yourself, whatever. I would have never considered it if I wasn't confident in my own abilities. But there's a huge difference between believing in yourself in that way and the moment that I walked into my boss's office and put in my freaking 2 weeks. Like I left and I was numb, dude. I thought I was going to tip over. Like I was shaking, I was sweating. I was like, oh my, and you have like a second of doubt there, but then you come out on the other side of it and it's like freedom and bliss. And you're like excited. You're like, no, damn it. I got this, but that's the difference. The difference is like, I remember walking through the door and I was like, holy shit, am I really going to do this right now?
Yeah. And I'm proud of you, man. Because that's epic, dude. Like I remember when I fired my boss and I was just like, oh, we'll put them both up because I don't want to offend anybody, but and then, it came down to it like what was that, yesterday? My buddy asked me if I could push some dirt for him. And I was like, oh yeah, epic, man. Yeah, I'll run your cat. Yeah. Just because it was fun. Yeah. You don't have to be there. You don't have to be doing anything. Yeah. You just, that's the difference between life and actually like having to do something. Because when you have to do something, it sucks.
Well, and that you just sparked this in my brain too. Like, whoever's watching, if you know who Forrest Griffin is, he's an old UFC vet. Like he's one of the not founders. He's one of the guys that paved the way for modern mixed martial arts. And the guy's made millions. I mean, he was a light heavyweight champion. He's in the UFC Hall of Fame. And I was reading his book one time and he went to training and he was training. I think it was before, if I remember correctly, it was before his fight against Anderson Silva. And he pulled up in a Honda Accord, like an older one. And one of the guys is like, dude, you're Forrest Griffin, like this guy in the parking lot. And he's like, I am. And he's like, what are you doing driving that? And he goes, simple. I love fighting. And he's like, well, yeah. And he goes, if I have a Lamborghini and 3 mansions and a private jet, fighting becomes a job and I need to do well in order to pay for all this debt. And he's like, I wouldn't enjoy it anymore. So I live way under my means and I love what I do.
Absolutely. I knew, this was back when I was 18. So probably 252 years ago. I knew a guy, I won't name his name, but he snowboarded. Yeah. And he was sponsored by Nitro.
Oh,
They wanted him to actually go, full out professional, and he said absolutely not. He said because that becomes a job.
yeah.
The dude could do. This was back in like, oh man, 96. He could do double backflips
Oh, yeah.
where it was in competition. Like he would huck off a jump and do a double backflip like that and land on his feet. But that's
I
what
love
he
snowboarding, but that ain't me. I couldn't do that.
did. He just like he was beast mode, but he said, I'm not turning my passion into a job. He still got paid, and he was
Yeah.
a snowboard instructor and all that. So he did that, but yeah. I
Well,
don't
yeah,
even know.
it takes all the fun out of it, like it's a dream of mine to someday have an income that's full time on YouTube. Like I would love that income, but you'd be crazy if I were to tell you that that would be my only source of income, because same thing, it takes all the fun out of it. You have multiple streams of income set up. You don't have to rely on that hobby or passion to be the only, it's not the main river. There's streams off of it.
Exactly.
And that's going to keep it fun.
That's where, I'll just pull out the flag, DFM, baby, because it's, black and green. Digital freedom movement changed both our lives and, will forever. I don't want to, promote nothing on here yet.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
it definitely has. I mean, it even just like mindset and everything like that, believing in yourself. No, it's you got a family over the internet that you get to know, and they're gonna push you to do the best that you can do, and they're gonna call you out on your bullshit when you're full of bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Well, both of them, both the founders will just yeah, don't mess with those guys. It's awesome though. I mean, I've never really screwed up though. I just listen to what they say, and it's awesome. And
yeah, and they're really, if you're putting in an honest effort, there is no screwing up.
No.
I mean, like even like for me, I was working 3 jobs and I was still doing the shit. I wasn't there every day. I had questions, I missed stuff, but they knew my situation. They're like, damn it, this guy's still showing up on a weekly basis at least, and he got all his shit done. Like, so they're understanding. But yeah, you just have to put in effort. And like so many people I see, like I got a guy signed up and trained in 4 months ago, and he hasn't done a damn thing.
You know how many people that I have helped and they don't do anything with it. It's just like, I'm not there to keep pushing you day by day by day by day. I'm there to give you instructions how to actually help your life.
Yeah.
And if you don't take action, there's absolutely nothing that anybody can do.
No. God helps those who help themselves.
Absolutely.
And you helping yourself, those people helping themselves would be knowing you're a resource and asking questions as they go through shit. But it's not helping themselves if you're constantly pestering on it. And I'm not going to do it. I mean, I talk to a lot of people every day, and I follow up with the people that I've helped sign up and get going, but I don't check in on every single damn person every day, because it's like we're adults,
Yeah.
If you're either going to sink, I'll set you up on a path to get going, but you're either going to sink or you're going to swim and do great. But that's up to you.
Absolutely.
I think, dude, this was a killer one, dude. That's what I wanted today, was just believing in yourself when you have to. I mean, it has to start in your mind, but once it comes down to it and push comes to shove, it's a totally different form of self-belief. And I just wanted to, touch on that.
Absolutely, man. So, as always, I mean, it's always been great talking to you, and we talk daily anyway, but it's still great to be face to face and sharing our knowledge with people. So
I think this is a really good one. I like this.
Hell yeah, man. I'll close this out, and I'll hit you up next week for sure.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Go for it. You got it.
Hell yeah, man. This is SWR with Jarrett, Jenny, John Olson, aka Cheers, baby.
All right, man. Peace out, buddy. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too, brother.
Thanks for tuning into the Online Entrepreneur Experience. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes that we're releasing and any of these amazing pieces of value that we're giving out. And if you could take the time out of your day and leave us a review, we'd be so grateful. We look forward to seeing you on that next episode.